Good morning, everybody. It is a hot mofo day out. Oh my God, I'm dying. You know, Amy's in the shade, of course. Go figure.
I'm not stupid.
No. So what we're doing is we're giving you little tidbits and an insight of the house build. This is going to be the first vlog of many coming up for the house. We just want to explain why the house is being built where it's at, how it got to be there, and what actually amazed and surprised us about the end result of where we placed the house.
Yeah.
Now, when we first moved out here, if you go to the prior videos in the beginning, this all used to be solid woods.
Yeah.
And we had cleared out, well, about 3 acres. Let's say almost 3 acres.
Yeah.
We cleared out almost 3 acres.
Of our 8.
Yeah, of our 8. And, you know, it takes a lot when you're trying to come up with a house. And I know some of you out there are probably having the same problem. What design do I want? What layout do I want? What's going to work for me? What's going to work for you and your kids or you and your grandchildren? And, you know, we have to take all this stuff in. So we've spent the past, 5 years out here getting it placed up. So if something drastic was to happen, we would have a garden. We would be able to self-sufficient for ourselves. We've got a well. We've got a greenhouse. We've got everything we need that if something was to happen that we would be able to survive. Mm-hmm. And that we have enough abundancy to bring our kids up here so they can survive with us.
Yeah.
Not that we're panickers and we're preppers and, you know, but you never know. I mean, the way things are right now, one thing can turn.
The world is crazy.
Yeah, the world is crazy. And another thing I'm going to say is you can't fake stupid. Well, the reason why the house was being built where the house was at was because our original idea of building our house, and I'm going to let this out of the bag now, was supposed to be where my mom and dad's place is. But I decided at their age, you know, why not let them put their house there so they can see out the view of the hills and the trees and everything else. And, you know, just retire and relax there. I mean, we wanted the best for them.
Yeah.
And, you know, they got the best part of personal land, really, where we cleared out for that. But that's okay. So we decided we're going to build our house back farther or more towards the greenhouse, the container, the garden, the well, the orchard. Everything is within proximity.
Yeah, it's kind of centrally located now.
Yeah.
Where we've decided to put it, apart from the view.
Yeah.
But where we've decided to put it is more centrally located to where, like Justin said, where the well is, where the garden is, where the chickens are, the greenhouse, the container. So it's kind of more centrally located, which makes more sense for us.
Which is also called aging in place.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So we don't have that far of a distance to walk by aging in place to get the stuff, because I'm not getting any younger and you're not getting any younger. Yeah. I feel it now, man. I'll tell you what, when we first moved out here, I had some oomph. Now that I'm getting older, my oomp's kind of going to... But, so... we really looked at the land layout of what we had here, and we kept changing our mind all the time. I mean, all the time about where we wanted to put the house, where we should put the house, what kind of house should we get. And, you know, we looked at, we were going to get a modular home, we were going to get a trailer, we were going to get all these other things. We decided we're going to build a barn-dominium.
Yeah, or buy a kit and put it together ourselves. And we looked at all of those options, and one thing that all of those options had in common is we would be in debt for...
the rest of our lives.
Yeah, 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
And I know, you know, everybody says that when you buy a house, you know, it's a lifetime investment, and but we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to...
we're too old.
Go in debt.
Yeah.
That much for the rest of our lives. And most of what drives me crazy about that, when you buy a house or when you buy a modular home, a trailer, whatever, and you put it on your property, most of what you pay for that item, because you're paying it over a long period of time, most of what you're paying for that is the interest on the loan that you took to buy the thing in the first place.
Yep.
And I don't see why we would want to take out that big of a loan,
especially for a prefabbed house,
to pay and it's not exactly what we want. There are things that we would have to settle on. So why would we take out a loan and pay half of it to interest and not have what we want? And so that's what we've kind of gone back and forth on in deciding what we wanted to do as far as building a house.
Yep, exactly. And I think that another thing is too is that, you know, we spent 5 almost 6 years out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're at 5.5 right now.
Yeah, and we've come to find out that, you know, it's not as easy, and we know that, to go out and get a loan or go out and build a house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've had to take some major steps, but we had to get the base of the infrastructure in, which is in now.
Yeah.
This is, no matter what, we'll have a food source.
Yeah.
We'll be able to eat.
And we have shelter now.
Yeah, we have shelter now, and it's okay, but it's we're outgrowing it in a sense. I mean, we're in order to do canning or for me to cook what I want to cook, I need more space. I need more room. So let's get into the basis of why the house got put where it was. When me and Amy first came out onto this property, it was it was full of trees, pine trees mostly. And the pine trees here in western Tennessee, if you don't know, are basically shallow rooted and will come down in a breeze.
Yep.
So we had to clear this.
A heavy wet snowfall.
Yeah, definitely heavy wet snowfall. And we had to clear the land. Now, clearing the land, the object of that was to get rid of all the pine trees that were here. It's kind of funny how our parcel of land, compared to everybody else's, was the one that had all the pine trees.
Yeah.
This whole entire area was covered in pine trees.
A lot of people have poplar and oak and
hickory
and really good shade trees and good trees that are good when you cut them up for burning wood in your wood stove or whatever. Pine trees you can't use for anything.
Yeah. Well, they are a lumber. We could use them for lumber, but they're not. They weren't
big enough.
Well, they were big enough for us to get 4x4s out of, but it wasn't worth the time invested to do them.
Yeah.
Now, I did call forestry companies and had them come out and estimate what it would want, and nobody wanted anything to do with them.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted anything to do with them.
Yeah.
Now, 5.5 years later, they've got areas where that's all they've done was plant these pines, and now they're out there cutting them down.
Yeah.
Because they need them for chip.
Yeah.
Or they need them for 2x4s.
Yeah.
Or
because they grow fast.
Because they grow fast. So all those trees that we had here pretty much just got wasted.
Yeah.
But the plus about the situation is that we've cleared our land, and we're going to reuse and revitalize our land with stuff that produces either food or puts back into our soil.
Yeah.
Gives to our soil. We don't use chemicals here, and very rarely will I use any harsh chemicals. And most of the stuff that we do use now is an all natural form.
Yeah.
I don't like using chemicals. All of this stuff that we got here, my Hungarian wax peppers, they smell so good. These are hot peppers, and I eat them like they're nothing. I eat probably 6 to 8 a day. But anyways, all this stuff that we grow that looks, I mean, this is picture perfect for a grocery store. And I don't use no chemicals. I haven't used anything. And the only fertilizer that I have used on my tomato or on my peppers has been potash. Your vegetables, and I'm not trying to get off on a tangent here, but your vegetables don't need fertilizer when you first plant them. Wait a while. When you start to see blooms, potash them, potassium, and you'll get what we've got. So anyway.
And phosphorus.
So anyway, to get back to the point, so we cleared all the land because of the pine trees, and then on top of the pine trees, we had to figure out where our home was going to go. Well, we looked at it and we walked through, and there was still a lot of trees on this a lot of pine trees on this property that weren't even taken out yet. And we walked back to the same exact area as where our house is now. That's originally where we had it sketched off at.
And even in the first few months that we were out here, when all the trees were up, there was an area where the previous owner had cut down like 4 or 5 trees.
Yep.
And they made, I think it was 4 or 6. They made like what looked like was going to be a little platform, because they were all cut off high up and about the same height. And then that's all they did. And that's really kind of where, because it was in the middle of the property, it was kind of down away from the road a little bit, but it was close to where we knew we were putting the garden.
Yeah. Well, the garden, we didn't decide on the garden area. And, I mean, the garden originally, if you go back and you watch the videos, our garden was towards the front of our property.
Yeah.
And me and Amy had shoveled, I forget how much it was, 222 tons of dirt?
Something like that. Over 200.
Yeah, over 200 tons of dirt. We shoveled. Me and her shoveled together.
Yeah.
No backhoes, no skid steers, no nothing. We did it by hand. And of course, we were a lot younger then, too. It was 5.5 years ago. I wouldn't even try to topple that now.
No.
Because you'd probably find me out there laying passed out. So that's how the house ended up getting where it's at now, where we're actually building it now.
But we didn't realize that until Justin went back and had watched one. He had YouTube on, and one of our older videos just happened to come up while he was prepping dinner or something. Yeah, and he watched it, and it was in a video that when we first came out here, that we were kind of walking around and showing where we were thinking of putting our house. And it's then that he realized where we have decided to put the house now and where we have the pillars is almost in the exact spot where we walked in that video 5 years ago. Yep.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So it was clearly meant to be.
Yeah. Well, God wanted it that way, so that's the way it ended up being.
Yes.
And for a while there, about, what was it about? For about 2.5 years, I'd say 3, maybe even 3 years, we did the daunting task of looking at just about every blueprint, every single thing, every house build, every design, and we couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
We were unhappy, or it wasn't.
It was missing something that we wanted.
Yep.
And every house plan that we looked at, there was something about it that wasn't.
Except for one.
Except for one. There was something about it that just wasn't quite exactly what we wanted. Yep.
Now, here's the funny thing, guys. The one house plan that I'm talking about is not the one that we're using now, one prior. It had just about everything we wanted. But one thing, and that was our fireplace.
Yeah.
That was the killer, and that, believe it or not, was a modular home. So I said, okay, is this what you want? And Amy's like, well, man, this is like be perfect, and I just don't like because there's no fireplace. And you know, I think those inset electric fireplaces, the fake foam ones, are just a waste of power, money.
Yeah, gas. If they're gas.
Yeah, but 90% of them aren't even gas.
Yeah, they're all electric. I mean, what's the point of that?
Yeah,
it's not providing any heat. It's just the look, and that's just stupid.
Well, it does provide heat. It does have a heating element in it, and it blows out with a blower. But it's not real. It's not natural. And we wanted, one of the main things for our house was we wanted a fireplace, regardless. We would settle for anything else than the fireplace. I'm sorry, guys. The sweat's coming down my eyes and burning me pretty bad to where I can't even see. It's that humid out. We got to have some storms coming in maybe later on today. We'll see. So anyway, so that was the only one that we found that was remotely close. Now, was it laid out the same? No, it wasn't laid out the same. And I did drawing after drawing after drawing after drawing. And we do a drawing and we like it, and then we change something. And then we do another drawing with what we changed, and we change something else. And it just kept a rolling effect. I mean, it got to the point where I just gave up for a while, and I didn't do nothing for about 6 months. And then I drew another one, and then I drew a bigger one, and then we found one just about where we wanted it. And then out of nowhere, one day, I found it. And that
When he wasn't looking for
I
it.
wasn't looking for it. Ain't that a beach? All that time I wasted, but it's what got me to this point
Yeah.
of the house. Now I am not a builder. I have second guessed myself on this thing. I have put so much stress on me personally, mentally, physically about doing this that I was worried and I was scared, and that, I didn't want to make mistakes. But you know what? I've always been a person that when I do something, I got to get it done. My attention deficit disorder doesn't help much because I get thrown off on certain other projects, and then I'll have this project and that project and this project. Well, a couple months ago, I finally come to realization that, one, I'm older, man. I can't do what I used to do. And two, why should I be in a rush to build a house? I can do it myself, take my time, and do it the way I want to do it. And I'm sure some of you are going to see some mistakes I make, and me and Amy both would really appreciate it if you would put it in the comments below. Criticism, some of the best things you can get in life, because not only does it make you mentally strong, and it also helps you look at it from different sides, different points of view. So I would really like you guys to comment down below about what we're doing and what I'm doing. Action shots for the videos for the house build. Right now there hasn't been a whole bunch because I'm one person. I don't have a lot of time to set the camera up, get off the tractor, get the camera going, get on the tractor, stop. There's just too much. But we do have 2 cameras now, so I'm going to try let one run nonstop and let the other one take the skilled quick shots of the build of the house. The next couple of videos that you're going to see coming up on the blog, they're going to be a basis of what I've started to do so far by myself. And luckily, Amy had caught something the other day that had saved us entirely on the build of the house. And if it wasn't for her, boy, I would have really screwed up. That's why it takes more than one person to look at a design or look at a build to see where you might be making a wrong decision, you might be making a mistake, or you need to reposition yourself, or you need to do it a different way. That's the plus about having those comments that you guys hopefully will leave down there for us. Now, I hope you guys hit that subscribe and that like button, and know that, there will be videos coming out. I have come up with a final decision of there will be 2 videos a month, or 2 videos a week. It'll be on Tuesdays and Thursdays only. If you get a pop-up, it'll be a pop-up on one of the shorts I'll do. One video will be solely based on gardening. The other video will be solely based on the house. Now, the garden videos will probably average about 15 minutes. The build of the house videos will average probably about 30 to 45 minutes. For the simple fact is I can video every day for a whole week. Sunday, put the video together, splice it all together, get it compacted, and then release it. And you guys will get to see all the steps actually come together versus seeing this step, that step, this step, that step. I don't want to do that. I want to put it all together, and you can see how it goes along. So at that point, guys, that was the point of this video. Like I said, please hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up, hit that bell for notifications so you remember Tuesdays and Thursdays. I got some great stuff coming up on gardening. I haven't had a lot of time to get to the tomatoes and some of the stuff with the tomatoes. But I'm hoping to do that, you know, maybe not this year, maybe next year when I have a little more time. I'll pre-do the videos ahead of time, and then I'll have them saved, and I'll be able to go through the walkthrough and the talk with you and everything. But this is the bountiful harvest we got, and we got our pickling cucumbers coming up. We got our bell peppers coming up. I got my jalapenos.
Look at the size
Not
of
on a
this thing.
stick.
Look at that.
Jalapeno on a stick. Right there.
I know.
Those are my jalapenos.
It's bigger than my hand.
And then we got peppers, and we got cucumbers, or pickling
Where's the
cucumbers.
candy cane one?
And then we got,
Look at this thing.
these are cucumbers to eat. That is called a candy cane.
It's striped. It's amazing.
These are called tomato peppers. They're a little spicy. You stuff them with sausage, bake them in the oven. Good, kind of like stuffed peppers. And then we got my almighty, my all-time favorite, my wax hot peppers, Hungarian wax peppers, yellow wax peppers, hot, hot, hot. But I'll tell you what, I love them, boy. And I will fry these things up. Then we got what we call, these aren't really long, but they're called long hots. And they get about this, a little bit longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
See to my hand. So they're about the thing in my hand right there, yeah, right there. So we got those going. So the garden is producing. And then we got our infamous, we don't know what it is, melon plant. We don't know if it's watermelon. We don't know if it's cantaloupe. We don't know what it is.
We will see.
Oh, that's him. Sorry, I can hear something in the woods over there.
Sounds like a saw.
Yeah, probably a neighbor doing something over at his house. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Stay tuned. We've got videos coming up on the build. We got videos coming up on the garden. And don't forget, hit that subscribe and that like button. It'd really help us out. And for all of you who don't know, this is Miss Amy. She is the concrete that holds the building together. Because without her, I think shit would fall apart. Oh, excuse me. I think stuff would fall apart. And as always, God bless. And until next time, we'll see you
In the garden.
in the garden. That's the way I like it. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.